In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do the first of the 2 mosaic squares. We are going to be using 2 colours. So you have your main colour, which is the darker colour, and the contrast colour, which is the lighter colour. But of course, you can experiment with this however you please and to whatever suits your tastes. I'm going to be using a 4mm crochet hook. That is the hook I use to obtain my gauge. But when we test our gauge, we're going to be measuring our square after 6 rounds. So when we've done our 6 rounds, we can measure to make sure it's measuring 3 inches. And then at that point, you can decide whether you want to go up a hook size or down a hook size to hit gauge. Now, of course, if you don't mind your blanket being a bit bigger or a bit smaller, then just go ahead with the 4mm whether you hit gauge or not. But just bear in mind that that also will have an effect on the quantity of the yarn that you need. With this mosaic crochet pattern, you have a written pattern, but we also have a chart. So this chart is obviously just showing one side of your square. So it's showing from corner to corner for the edge. And before we start, I want to go through how we're going to be reading this chart. So if I just zoom in here, we can see that this is the center of the square. The MR stands for magic ring. So we're going to be making a magic ring, also known as a magic circle. And then we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares all around. Each one of those squares is accounting for a double crochet, which is a US single crochet. So we know that we're doing 8 double crochets in a magic ring. Then what we want to do is we want to move up to round 2. So first of all, I want to just note that round 2 is here. That does not mean that it's this row. Round 2 will go round like this. So this is round 2. This is round 3, round 4, etc. Now, when we're working our mosaic crochet square, we're going to be starting in the corner section. And then we're going to be working round, and then you're going to repeat that round each of the edges. And when it comes to these symbols here, these will mean different things. We'll get to that just in a moment. I just want to also point out something else. For each round that we do, we will be changing colour. So we'll be alternating between our main colour and our contrast colour. So for example, for this one, we start off with our contrast colour because this is the white, and then this red colour here is representing the grey that I'm going to use. So this one here, it's just a bit easier to see on a chart. So you'll notice that we have white, red, white, red, or white, grey, white, grey, white, grey. These will alternate as we go up. Round, for example, will be made using the main colour. This round, the whole round, will be made using the contrast colour, main colour, contrast colour, main colour, etc. So we do not change colour within our rounds. We achieve this by working a treble crochet in the front loop of the stitch from 2 rows down, and that will become more apparent as we go across. So I'm obviously saying that this whole round is going to be the main colour, but we can see that these squares here are actually the contrast colour. And that's because these X marks here show that we're going to be using one of those treble crochets in the front loop only of 2 rows down. So essentially this stitch here will come all the way down and connect to this round here, and it will cover up that colour. So that's exactly what we've done here. You can actually see, if I pull this apart, you can see that first or that second round just underneath, just here, is sat underneath there. And again, this will become more apparent as we work through. I just want to go through this to begin with. So all of these X's will count as one of those front loop only treble crochets 2 rows down. So the corners then, in each corner, when we have just a 0 or a circle like this equates to a back loop only double crochet, a chain 1 and a back loop only double crochet. So when you see this symbol, that is what you do, and that is worked into the corner space. So that's one type of corner that we're going to do. We also have this type of corner where we have a circle and an X. So what we actually do in that case is all in the same corner space. We work a 2 front loop only treble crochet 2 down into the corner space from 2 rows down, a chain 1 and then 2 front loop treble crochets 2 down again. So we're working into the corner space from 2 rows down, and we're creating that corner space. What those type of corner spaces do is create this look. So it's taking up a full corner, whereas the other ones, if you look closely, take up a little bit less. So that is how we're going to be working for this. So that is a little look into how we're going to be reading this chart, and it really does get easier as you work through. I've put the row numbers on each side. So if you're working right-handed, you will go from this side. If you're working left-handed, you will go from this side. So we can use the same chart and the same pattern. We're just working in opposite ways. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be using the contrast colour first and creating a magic ring. So let's go ahead and make our magic ring. What we're going to do here is we're going to lay the tail end over our fingers like this, and then we're going to wrap the yarn around our finger to create an X, and you have 2 strands on the top. We're going to go underneath that first strand and then pull the second strand, the working yarn, through like so, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through to create our first chain. So we've just created our magic ring. We're now going to work 8 double crochets into this space. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1 double crochet. Remember, this is a UK double crochet, US single crochet. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 2 stitches done. We'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull on the tail end to close up that magic ring, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the first stitch. So if you're ever unsure, we can count backwards: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to work into the back loop only of that first stitch. So whenever we join, we always join in the back loop only of the first stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through, and there we have created our first round. Just going to pull on that tail end again. Now we're going to change colour. So we're not going to snip off this colour, we're going to leave both colours attached right till the very end. And we're going to pick up our main colour. So create a loop and then just pull that through, and that is how we're going to do our colour changes. Now at this point you just want to pull down on the previous colour just to bring that loop down, and then we want to pull down on our current colour, so our main colour, to get that into place. So you might just need to just keep doing a little bit of tweaking just to make that nice and neat and tidy. So now for row 2, we have that circle symbol, and we know that we're going to be working across. So when we have that circle symbol, we're going to work a double crochet, a chain 1 and a double crochet to create a corner space. So we're going to go into the back loop only, so we're always working into the back loop only when we're doing a double crochet. So back loop only of that first stitch and work a double crochet, a chain 1 and a double crochet. Now if you want to, you can place a stitch marker into that chain 1, and I would suggest you put it into the back loop only of the chain 1 just to mark that place. However, I know because it's so small it can become a little bit tricky if you have 4 stitch markers in around, so it's totally up to you. So we have our corner space, and then we have 1 stitch, so we can see that there is 1 box between those 2 corners, and we work 1 double crochet, and then we have that corner space again where we work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, remember always in the back loop. And we're going to repeat that all the way around, so double crochet and then work a corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then 1 double crochet, work our final corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. We're then left with 1 stitch, because this next one here, that is actually the slip stitch from the previous round. We'll work a double crochet, and then because we have already worked our corner, we are going to join in the first stitch of that corner space. So into the back loop only with a slip stitch, and then we're going to drop the main colour, leave that towards the back of the work, pick up the contrast colour, and again you can adjust your tension for these as you're going through, and then we're just going to pull that through, and now we have changed colour. So I'm just going to pull down on that again, and then here we go. We're ready for round 3, but I do want to just show you something first. So for round 3, we have this circle and an X. And in these corners, we do the 2 front loop only treble 2 downs, chain 1, and 2 front loop only treble 2 downs in that space. However, when we work the very first one, it's going to be slightly different. And the reason being is when we work this double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, that is the entire corner. But when we're doing those 2 front loop only treble crochets, we're actually working a treble, a chain 1, a treble, and we're also working this stitch too. Because if you trace this stitch down, it actually takes you into the corner space of this round. So that's what we want to be mindful of. So when we first start out, we're only going to be starting off with 1 treble here, a chain 1, and then we'll be doing the 2 trebles. And that's because when we work all the way round, we will finish that last treble in this same stitch that we've been working in for this corner. The reason why we do that is because that then helps us to join the round and takes us into the right position for the next round. So let's now then go ahead and begin our round 3. So for our round 3, we're going to leave our main colour to the back of the work. And for the very first stitch, we're going to find the corner stitch from the row previously. Now this particular stitch can be a little bit tricky to get, so you might want to just go in with a darning needle and just loosen off. So it's that very first stitch which can be a little bit tricky. So that's a nice little trick. Mine's a bit looser here because I've actually filmed this bit already and had to come back and do something different. But yes, this is the very first stitch we're going to be working to directly into that corner space. And what we want to do here is we're going to be working that front loop, treble crochet, front loop only, treble crochet 2 rows down. So rather than me saying that constantly, I'm just going to refer to this as a drop down treble to make things easier. And of course, this is a double crochet in the US. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to go into that stitch. Now I find a really good way to do this is to use my hook and scoop up that stitch to begin with to get into that very first stitch. It might be a bit tricky when you first get started, but you will get used to it. So we're just going to do 1 treble crochet here. So this is the first stitch of the round. Chain 1, and then we're going to work 2 drop down trebles into that very same stitch. 1 and 2. So along this edge, we've worked 2 trebles, and we're going to have 5 in total. So the other 2 are going to be in the next corner. So we're just doing 1 treble between the corner sets. So that's 1, and then we have our corner space again. So we're going to do that full corner this time. So we're going to work 2 drop down trebles, 1 into the same space, 2, chain 1 and 2 drop down trebles again into the same space, 1 and 2. And we're going to repeat, so 1 treble between, and then the corner space, 2 trebles into that front loop only, chain 1 for the corner, and 2 trebles in the front loop only. And again, you can be using a stitch marker if you want to in each of those corner spaces, just to make them a little bit more identifiable for you. We'll do a treble crochet, drop down treble crochet into the next stitch, and then work a corner again. So 2 drop down trebles, 1 and 2, chain 1 and 2 drop down trebles into that same chain, 1 and 2, or same stitch, should I say. We have 1 treble left, but we still have to finish this round. So this is what I was talking about before. So this corner is unfinished because it's our beginning corner, and we're going to work another drop down treble into that very same corner. So the one where all those stitches are already worked into, that is the last stitch of our round. We're now going to join into the back loop only of the very first stitch. So that is this one just here into the back loop only, and join with a slip stitch. We're going to drop the contrast colour, just pull it down. I like to kind of pull it down and hold it behind, and then pull through the new or the next colour, so the main colour. And then when we work into our next stitch, it's going to be this corner chain 1 stitch here. So for round 4, it is our main colour round, and then we just have a circle. So we know in this corner space we're going to work a double crochet. So just into that back loop only, we work a double crochet, a chain 1 and a double crochet. And then between the corner spaces we have 5 stitches. So that's 1, 2, all in the back loop only, and then 3, but I'm just going to do something a little bit different here. Let me just bring in this sample here because I didn't do it on this one. Can you see how this is a little bit flappy? So we're going to actually do something to stop it from doing that. And it's really easy to do. All we need to do is go into the stitch, into the next stitch, like we're going to do our double crochet, but also go into the stitch from 2 rows down. So we're going into that stitch here, and then also into that stitch from 2 rows down, and then yarning over and pulling through, and then finishing off our stitch by yarning over and pulling through. And what that does is it just catches that stitch and helps it to lay flat on the back. So we've done 3 stitches, 4 and 5, and that brings us to the corner space again. So we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet, that's created our corner, 5 double crochets, 1, 2, but halfway through I'm just going to go into that stitch but also catch the stitch from 2 rows below. Just make sure you're not pulling too tightly on there, and then 1 and 2, and then we're at our corner again. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, but catching that stitch from 2 rows down, 4 and 5, our last corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, catch the stitch, 4 and 5, and then we're going to join with a slip stitch into the first stitch. So this first stitch is going to look a little bit strange because we went straight into the double crochet, so don't mistake it for the chain 1 because it looks like this one here, but it is actually this very first V that you see. We'll go into the back of that the back loop only of that stitch and finish off that round. So now we're going to drop this colour, pick up the contrast colour, and we're now ready for round 5. So I'm just going to pull through that colour, and then the next stitch is the corner space, and this is another simple round. We're going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and now we have 7 stitches between our corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and that should take us to that corner chain 1 space. We don't need to catch any stitches this time because there is no ridge that's further down, and you'll feel that as you're working round, so just bear that in mind. And then you want to do that pattern repeat all the way round. So work your corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 7 double crochets, and then repeat that. So 1, 2, 3 more times. So go ahead, pause the video, work your corner, and then 7 double crochets, and then meet me back in a moment. So now you've worked your way around, we're going to join with a slip stitch into that very first stitch. And now we're ready to change colours, so dropping down that colour, picking up the main colour and pulling through. And we're ready for round 7. So round 7 we're going to be doing some more drop down double crochets, or treble crochets should I say. But the first stitch we're going to do a simple corner, so double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then we have our drop down treble crochets. So we're going to be working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drop down treble crochets. But this first one, if you trace down the X, we can see that it works into the corner of round 4. So if I just take my darning needle and trace down this corner space, we're working in this front loop just here. So again, you might want to, if it's super tight, just pop a little darning needle in there, but we can use our hook to grab in there. So that's where our first stitch is going to go into. So we yarn over, hook that stitch, and then work our treble crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I said 7. I meant 9. I think I said 7. We're going to do 9, 7, 8, and 9. So that takes us, that last one takes us into that corner space. We now work a simple corner, so our double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into that corner chain 1 space. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and that starts that pattern repeat of doing our corner, then our 9 drop down trebles. But I just want you to be mindful here that because we have started in that corner space, we are also starting in the corner space here. So we are going to work it into the same stitch that this last drop down treble from the last corner worked into. So it's yarn over, find that same stitch, and then go ahead and work each of your 9 drop down trebles across, and then work your pattern repeat around. So a simple corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then 9 drop down trebles, simple corner, and then 9 drop down trebles. So go ahead, work your way round, and then meet me back and I'll show you how to finish off. Okay, so I've just worked my way around. I'm just going to do my last treble in that corner stitch, so it will be the same stitch as this side. and then I'm going to join with a slip stitch into that very first stitch. So before we move on, this is the end of round 6. So this is the part where you need to check your gauge to see if you are along the right track. So let's take a look, and mine is measuring 3 inches. And that's where you want to be for your gauge. So if you are coming out smaller, then you will want to go up a hook size or a half a hook size. If you are coming out larger, then you're going to want to go down a half a hook size or a hook size. So let's go ahead and do round 7. And this is a simple round. We're just going to switch colours. And then start off with our simple corner, so our double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, and then we're going to be working our way across, and we have 11 stitches all the way across. So 1, 2 and 3. However, we do have a ridge, so it's up to you wherever you want to put these stitches, you know, where you connect into 2 rows down. You can just space them out however you wish. On these sort of rounds, I like to kind of do one towards the edge, but it's totally up to you. So we have our corner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we're going to start that pattern repeat again. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the corner, 11 double crochets, repeat that 1, 2, 3 more times, and meet me back once you're ready. So I've now joined my round 7, and round 8 again is another easy round. So we're going to change colour, and we're going to work our corner space with just a double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And now we're going to work 13 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There is also nothing to be attaching to, so this is just a pretty straight round. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. And you're just going to repeat that all the way round. So our corner double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, followed by 13 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 more times. Pause the video and meet me back once you're ready. Now that you've finished round 8, we can change colours for round 9. And for round 9, we're going to do the beginning corner when we do our drop down treble crochets. So we're going to trace down that corner treble, which is just here, and we're going to just do 1 treble crochet to begin with, because remember we don't fully do this corner because it's the first one. So 1 drop down treble, chain 1, and then 2 drop down trebles into that corner space, 1 and 2. And because we have done those 2 trebles here, That accounts for 2 X's along that line. So we now need to do another 5 trebles. So drop down treble into that next stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We then have 3 blank boxes. So what we're going to do here is work 3 back loop double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to do those 5 trebles. Just make sure you're missing those 3 front loops. And work your 5 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we have our corner space. So this is where our pattern repeat begins. So we have our corner space just here, and we're going to work into that corner space. Oops. Remember, if you're ever struggling, you can either pick up with your nail like I do here, or use little darning needle just to widen that stitch a little bit. But once you get into there, it's generally easier. So 2 drop down trebles, chain 1, and 2 drop down trebles, and then across the edge I'm going to do 5 more trebles, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then 5 drop down trebles, making sure that we're skipping those 3 front loop stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you can begin your pattern repeat again. So your full corner space, your 5 trebles, 3 double crochets, 5 trebles, and then repeat again. So you'll do that twice more. Rewind if you need to. Go ahead, pause the video, and then meet me back in a moment. So I've just worked my way round for round 9, and I've just finished on those 5 drop down treble crochets. But remember, we haven't finished off this corner yet. So what we need to do is just make sure that we do 1 last drop down treble into that same stitch as the first corner, and then we're going to join with a slip stitch. Drop that colour, pick up the main colour, and get ready for round 10. So for round 10, we're going to start off with our simple corner. So we're going to do double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And then we're going to work 7 stitches, so 7 back loop only double crochets until we get to this section. So it's always worth just counting 1, 2, I'm going to catch one of these stitches, 3, and then 4, just catch that ridge at the back, 5, 6 and 7. So it's always worth counting just to make sure you're on the right track. And now we're going to do 3 drop down treble crochets, and we're going to work into the rows, 2 rows down. You're not stretching all the way down to this ridge here, you're stretching to 2 rows down. So 1, 2, and 3, and then finishing with 7 double crochets. 1, 2, and pick up a stitch, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then you have your pattern repeat. You're going to work the corner, work 7 back loop only double crochets, 3 drop down trebles into that ridge 2 rows below, and then 7 double crochets. You'll do that 1, 2, 3 more times, and then meet me back once you're ready. So let's move on to round 11. So I'll just switch to my contrast colour. And then the corner is going to be a full corner. So of course we're going to just do the beginning corner. So we're going to drop down treble into that corner 2 rows below, chain 1, and then 2 drop down trebles. So it's not, we're not fully finishing that corner off just yet. And then we're going to work 7 drop down treble crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We then have 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then 7 drop down treble crochets again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that brings us to our corner again. So this time you will do both of the 2 drop down trebles, chain 1 and 2 drop down trebles, and then repeat the edges, and you'll do that 1, 2, 3 times. Meet me back, and then we'll finish off this corner just here. So once you've worked your way around, we're going to do our last stitch in that corner space. Don't forget that. And we're going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch into that very first stitch. And then we can go ahead and switch colours. Just make sure you're untangled. And we're ready for round 12. So for round 12, we're going to do a simple corner. We'll go into that corner space with a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet. And then we're going to double crochet over the next 10 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to pick up one of those loops just to help that ridge lay flat. I've lost count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Then we just have one drop down treble crochet, so working into that center of those 3 stitches, and then we have another 10 back loop only double crochets. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So you're going to repeat that pattern, repeat all the way around. So work in your corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, work 10 back loop only double crochets, 1 drop down treble crochet, and then 10 back loop only double crochets. You'll do that 1, 2, 3 more times. Pause the video and then meet me back once you're ready. So we're now ready to move on to round 13. So round 13 is starting off with a full corner, but we're going to do that beginning corner where we're just going to start off with 1 treble crochet, chain 1, and then 2 of the drop down treble crochets in that corner space, like so. And then we want to do 2 more drop down treble crochets. So 1 and 2. We're now going to do 17 back loop only double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. We have 2 drop down treble crochets, 1 and 2, and then you're ready to start that pattern. Repeat again. I'll just show you the corner just so we're doing this correctly. So you've got this corner which is the full corner, so you've got 2 treble crochets, the drop down treble crochets there, chain 1 and 2 drop down treble crochets, 1 and 2, and then you're going to start off with those same stitches. So we did the 2 drop down trebles, 17 double crochets, 2 drop down trebles, and then your corner. So you're going to work that round 1, 2, 3 more times. I'll meet you at the end where we'll finish off this first corner, but this is where it starts to get exciting because we're starting to form the base of our tree. So go ahead, pause the video, rewind if you need to, and meet me back once you're ready. Okay, so now you've worked your way all the way round, we're going to do that last stitch in that first corner and join with a slip stitch and go ahead and change colour, pull that through, and then we're ready for round 14. So we're going to start off with a simple corner, So double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, and then we're going to work 4 double crochets, 4 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we're going to fill in all of these stitches. So all of these are drop down treble crochets, so we're doing it into the next 17 stitches, remembering we're working into this stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17, and then we're going to double crochet into the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4. That takes us into the corner, and that is where we can do our pattern repeat. So your corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 4 double crochets, 17 back loop only double crochets into the main colour, not the contrast colour from further down. So 17 stitches and 4 double crochets. You'll do that 1, 2, 3 more times, and then meet me back once you're ready. So this is what your round 14 should be looking like. We'll now move on to round 15. So round 15, we're going to do a full corner, but we're going to do the beginning corner. So that means we'll do 1 treble crochet or drop down treble crochet, chain 1 and then 2 drop down treble crochets, 1 and 2, and because those 2 stitches count as the first 2 X's, we're then going to do another 4 drop down treble crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We then have 17 back loop only double crochets. So these 17 stitches are going to sit in the tops of all of these drop down treble crochets that we did in the previous row. However, you may want to just pick up a few stitches as you work across to help with that ridge or that lip at the back. So I'm just going to do a few stitches. I'll probably work into the middle stitch and then do another one. So remember, go through and catch the loop from the ridge and then keep working my way across. I'll do another one here and and then 2 more stitches, and then we're going to do 4 drop down treble crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that is our pattern repeat. So you're going to start off with your full corner, so remembering it's 2 trebles, chain 1, 2 trebles into this corner stitch, 4 drop down treble crochets, 17 back loop only treble crochets, 4 drop down treble crochets, and you'll repeat 1, 2, 3 more times. So go ahead, pause the video, work your round 15, and then meet me back once you're ready. At the end of round 15, we're going to make sure we add that additional stitch or that last stitch into that first corner, and we're going to join with a slip stitch, and we can pick up our main colour and pull that through. So for round 16, we're going to go ahead and work a simple corner, so double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, and then we're going to do 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to pick up one of those stitches, 5, 6 and 7. That brings us to 1 stitch over from these ones here, and then we're going to do 15 drop down treble crochets. So that first drop down treble happens in the second drop down treble across, because we're making that tree shape. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the 15th one should finish one shy of the rows before, which is correct. So now we have 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, I'm just going to pick up that back stitch, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you're going to repeat that pattern, repeat all the way around. We have our corner, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 7 back loop only double crochets, 15 drop down treble crochets and 7 back loop only double crochets. Repeat 1, 2, 3 more times, and then meet me back once you're ready. We're now ready for round 17, so I'm just going to change colour. And for round 17, we're going to do another full corner, so just starting off with that first corner set. So just 1 treble, chain 1 and then 2 trebles. 1 and 2. And then we've got 7 drop down treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we have 1 double crochet in each of these 15 treble crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, just catching that lip, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then we have 7 drop down treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then you can do your pattern repeat, starting with the full corner of 2 treble crochets, 1 chain 1 and 2 treble crochets into the corner. You have your 7 trebles, 15 back loop only double crochets, and then 7 of the drop down trebles again. Work your way around 1, 2, 3 more times, and then meet me back and we'll finish off this corner just here. So at the end of round 18, we're going to work our last treble into that first corner and then join with a slip stitch into the back loop of the first stitch. And then we're going to change colours. Okay, so for round 18, we're going to do a simple corner. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then we're going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to work 10 back loop only double crochets. 1, 2, 3, just going to catch that stitch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That goes over 1 stitch, and then we're going to work 13 drop down treble crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then we're going to work 10 back loop only double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And then we're going to do our pattern repeat. So our corner stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 10 back loop only double crochets, 13 drop down trebles, and then 10 back loop only double crochets, another 1, 2 and 3 times, and then meet me back once you're ready. So we're now ready for round 19. We're going to change colours, and then we're going to do a simple corner. So double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And we're going to do 11 drop down treble crochets. Now this first drop down treble crochet is going to be into that corner space from 2 rows down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And then we're going to back loop only double crochet over all of those treble drop down treble stitches. So we had 13 of those. So back loop double crochet, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to catch some of those stitches as we work across. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, and then 11 drop down treble crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And 11. Remember that last one ends in the corner, and now you have your pattern repeat. So you would do your double crochet, you'd find your chain 1 space just behind and do your double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, and then your next pattern repeat will start in the same stitch as your last one from this edge. 10 back loop only double crochets, 11 drop down trebles, and of course your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the corner. So work your way round and then meet me back once you're ready. Okay, so moving on to round 20, we have a simple corner. So we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And then straight away we have a drop down treble crochet. Now this one is going to be in the front loop of the stitch from 2 rows down, the corner stitch. So it is actually just underneath these 2 stitches just here. So we're going to find that loop just there and work a drop down treble crochet like so, because we're now going to be adding bits to the corners of our work. We're then going to work 12 back loop only double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. We're then going to work 11 drop down trebles, and this is going to bring us one step in again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, and then 12 back loop only double crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and then we have a drop down treble, so again into that corner chain or that corner space from 2 rows down, and then we can go ahead and start that pattern repeat again by working a double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the corner, and then your first stitch is going to be in the same stitch as this one. So that is a corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, drop down treble into the corner space, 12 back loop only double crochets, 11 drop down trebles, 12 back loop only double crochets, and then a drop down treble into that corner space. You'll do that another 1, 2, 3 times, and then meet me back once you're ready. Okay, so we've now finished round 20. We're going to move on to round 21. So I'm just going to change colours here. And for round 21, we're going to do a solid corner, but of course we're going to do the beginning version of this first. So we're going to find that front loop of the corner space 2 rows down, and it's hidden within those stitches. So we're going to create our treble, and then we're going to chain 1 and work 2 more trebles into that corner space, 1 and 2. We're going to work 1 back loop only double crochet, and then we're going to work 12 drop down treble crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're then going to work 11 back loop only double crochets, picking up some of those stitches as we work along. Remember, we do this just so that there is not too many flaps on the back. And then we're going to work another 12 drop down trebles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Well, they're going to do a back loop only double crochet, and then we're going to repeat that again, but we're going to work that full corner, so working into the front loop of the corner from 2 rows down. We'll do 2 trebles, drop down trebles, chain 1 and 2 drop down trebles, and then continue along that edge. So we did a back loop only double crochet, 12 drop down trebles, 11 back loop only double crochets, 12 drop down trebles, and then a back loop only double crochet. So you repeat that 1, 2, 3 more times. Don't forget your corners, and then meet me back to finish off this corner once you're ready. So at the end of round 21, I've just done my last treble crochet into that first stitch, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch and then go ahead and switch colours. And then we are ready for round 22. So for round 22, we're going to start off with a simple corner, so double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And then we're going to do 2 back loop only double crochets, 1 and 2. And then we have a drop down treble crochet like so. So now what we want to do is do 13 back loop only double crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So that takes us to 1 over this treble here. So we're again getting smaller. And then we are going to do 9 drop down treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then 13 back loop only double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Drop down treble crochet, and then 2 double crochets, and then you're ready to go around again. So your corner space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 2 back loop double crochets, drop down treble crochet, 13 back loop only double crochets, 9 drop down trebles, 13 back loop only double crochets, a drop down treble, and 2 double crochets, back loop only. So 1, 2, 3 more times, and then meet me back once you're ready. Okay, so now we've finished round 22, we'll move on to round 23, and we're going to start off with a simple corner. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and we're going to do 3 drop down treble crochets, the first one starting in the corner stitch from 2 rows down. So we have 1 and then 2 and 3. We're going to do a back loop only double crochet, and then we're going to do 13 drop down trebles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, and then we'll do 9 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and 13 back loop only double crochets, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. 1 back loop only double crochet, and then 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2 and 3. So that third one goes into that corner space, and then you will do your pattern repeat. So you're going to work the corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 3 drop down treble crochets with the first one being in the corner stitch, 1 back loop only double crochet, 13 drop down trebles, 9 back loop only double crochets, 13 drop down trebles, 1 back loop only double crochet, and then 3 drop down trebles. So you'll do that all the way around, 1, 2, 3 more times, and then meet me back once you're ready. Okay, so let's move on to round 24. We're going to go ahead and switch our colours, and we're going to start off with a simple corner, so double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and we're going to do a drop down treble crochet into that front loop from 2 rows below. So just dig that stitch out. There we go. And then we're going to work 3 back loop double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and do a drop down treble into that next stitch. And then we're going to work 14 back loop only double crochets. That's 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So we've moved 1 over again. We're then going to do 7 drop down trebles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 13 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, apologies, 14 back loop only double crochets, and then 1 drop down treble, 3 back loop doubles, and then a front loop treble into 2 rows down. And then we're ready for our pattern repeat. So it's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the corner, a drop down treble, back loop double, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, drop down treble, 14 back loop doubles, 7 drop down trebles, 14 back loop doubles, a drop down treble, 3 back loop doubles, and a drop down treble. You're going to repeat that 1, 2, 3 more times, and then meet me back once you're ready. So at the end of this round, I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the back loop only of the first stitch, and then go ahead and switch yarns. And for round 25, we're going to start off with just the beginning corner. So it's the drop down treble crochet into 2 stitches down, or 2 rows down, and then a chain 1 and 2 drop down treble crochets into that same corner space. 1 and 2. So these 2 stitches account for those 2 X's at the beginning of the round. We're then going to do a back loop double crochet into that next stitch, and then 3 drop down trebles to continue to create this pattern. 1, 2 and 3, and then it's another back loop only double crochet, and then we have 14 back loop only double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. We're then going to do 7 back loop only double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, followed by 14 of the drop down treble crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. We have 1 back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2 and 3, back loop only double crochet, and then we have that full corner. So working into 2 rows down, 2 drop down trebles into that corner space, chain 1, and a further 2 trebles, drop down trebles into that corner space. And then you're going to repeat that for the next 3 sides. So you work your full corner, back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, back loop only double crochet, 14 drop down trebles, 7 back loop only double crochet, 14 drop down trebles, back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, back loop double crochet, and then a full corner. Obviously we'll finish just before this beginning corner here, and I'll just remind you how to finish off there. So go ahead, pause the video, and then meet me back once you're ready. So now you've worked your way around, we're going to finish off that last stitch, so that drop down double crochet, and then go ahead and join with a slip stitch into that first stitch, the back loop only, and then we can pick up the next colour, the main colour. And for round 26 we're going to start off with a simple corner into that next stitch, so double crochet, chain one and double crochet. We're going to work 2 more back loop only double crochets, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do a drop down treble crochet into that next stitch, 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and a drop down double crochet, and then we're going to be working 15 back loop only double crochets. Just make sure that you are just picking up some of those stitches from the ridge from a few rows below. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. We're then going to work 5 drop down treble crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then 15 back loop only double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. We have a drop down treble crochet, 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, back loop only, drop down treble and then 2 back loop only double crochets, 1 and 2, before starting in the corner again. So simple corner, double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, and then you can rewind the video to repeat that. So we have our corner, 2 double crochets, treble crochet, 3 double crochets, treble crochet, 15 doubles, 5 trebles, 15 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 2 doubles, and then the corner again. Obviously they're all back loop double crochets and then front loop treble crochets. So work your way around the next 3 sides and then meet me back once you've finished your round. So I've just finished round 26. I'm going to change colour for round 27. And for round 27, we're going to begin with a simple corner. So into that next stitch, we'll do a double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the back loop. And then we're going to do 3 drop down treble crochets. So starting in that very corner stitch, we have 1 and then 2 and 3. And then we have a back loop only double crochet and then 3 drop down trebles. 1, 2 and 3. And then a back loop only double crochet. And then we're going to do 15 drop down trebles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. And then we have a back loop only double crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we have 15 drop down trebles again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. We have a back loop only double crochet, 3 front loop only trebles, back loop only double crochet, and then 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2, with the third one finishing in that very corner stitch. And then you're going to repeat that all the way around again. So you're going to do the simple corner, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. But remember that you're going to do that very first stitch in the same stitch as the last one, so in that corner stitch. So remember, I'm talking in back loop double crochet, front loop treble. So it is your corner double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, 3 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, 15 trebles, 5 doubles, 15 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles. You'll work that all the way round, join with the back loop only slip stitch, and then meet me back once you're ready. So we're now on to round 28. I have changed my colour. And we're going to start off with a simple corner. So working into the back loop, we're going to do double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And then this very first stitch is going to be a drop down treble into 2 rows down, so it's that corner space, followed by 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, a drop down treble, 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, a drop down treble, and then we're going to work 15 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2, 3, catching the loops from a few rows down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Sorry, we have one more for 16 back loop only double crochets, and then we're going to do 3 drop down trebles, and then 16 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Drop down treble, 3 back loop doubles, 1, 2 and 3, back loop treble, drop down treble, not sure what I said there, drop down treble, 3 back loop only double crochets, 2 and 3, and then a drop down treble working into that corner space, and then we have our pattern repeat again. So working into that corner back loop, we'll do double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. So again, when I say double, it's back loop only, and treble, it's front loop only. So we have our simple corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. We have a treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 16 doubles, 3 trebles, 16 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, and then start the corner again. So you'll work that all the way around, finishing with your last stitch into the same corner space just here, and then joining with a back loop only slip stitch, and then meet me back once you're ready. So now we're going to move on to round 29. I've just changed colour, and we're going to go ahead and start off with a simple corner. So double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And then we're going to do a drop down treble crochet into that corner stitch from 2 rows down. This one's always a tricky one, like so. We're going to do a back loop double crochet and then 3 drop down trebles. Oops. 1, 2 and 3. Back loop double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2 and 3, and back loop double crochet, and then we're going to work 16 drop down trebles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and then we have another 16 drop down trebles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. We then have 1 back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2 and 3, 1 back loop only double crochet and 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2 and 3, back loop only double crochet and then 1 drop down treble, and this will be in that corner stitch, and then we'd repeat again by starting with double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. So you're going to repeat that all the way around again. So again, when I say double crochet, it's in the back loop, treble is in the front loop. So we go corner, which is double, chain 1, double, 1 treble, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, 16 trebles, 3 doubles, 16 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, 1 treble. So work that all the way around, rewind if you need to, and then meet me back for the next round. So now let's move on to round 31. We're going to change colour, and then we're going to start off with a simple corner, so double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. We're going to do 2 back loop only double crochets, 1 drop down treble crochet, 3 back loop only double crochets, a drop down treble, 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, a drop down treble crochet, and then we're going to have 17 back loop only double crochets, so we're going to go right up until this one just here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. We then have 1 drop down crochet, 1 drop down treble crochet, followed by 17 back loop only double crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Drop down treble, 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, drop down treble, 3 back loop only double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, drop down treble, double crochet, and then back loop only double crochet, and then you're ready to start your corner again. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the corner. So again, back loop or double crochets are in back loop only, trebles are in the front loop. So we have the corner, 2 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 17 doubles, 1 treble, 17 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 3 doubles, 1 treble, 2 doubles and the corner. So you're going to work that all the way round, then meet me back for the final round. Okay, so let's move on to the final round of this square. So we're going to change to the contrast colour, and we're going to start off with a simple corner. So double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, and then we're going to do 3 drop down treble crochets, So this first one being in the corner stitch. Oops. 1, 2, and 3. And back loop only double crochet, and then 3 drop down trebles. 1, 2, and 3. Back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles. 1, 2, and 3. Back loop only double crochet, and then we'll go to do drop down trebles all the way across until we get to this stitch before the drop down treble from the row before, so basically the center of the square. And then you're going to do a back loop only double crochet, and then you'll drop down treble crochets all the way across to this next drop down double crochet, treble crochet. And then we have a back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2, and 3, back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2, 3, back loop only double crochet, 3 drop down trebles, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into that corner. So basically you're doing your drop down treble crochets into each of the stitches where there is a double crochet beneath, and then a back loop double crochet into the drop down trebles from the previous row. So anytime where you see a drop down treble, that's where you do your back loop bone. So you're going to do your normal corner, 3 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double, treble all the way across to the center stitch, the top of the tree, double crochet, front loop treble all the way across to the next, double crochet, front loop treble, double, 3 trebles, double, 3 trebles, double, 3 trebles, and then work into the corner. Remember that the first of the drop down trebles on this edge is going to be in the same one as the last one just here. So work your way around and then meet me back once you're ready. So congratulations, you have now finished your first square. This is the tree square, and what we need to do now is go ahead and fasten off both of our colours. So we can snip off and snip off. And you can either block these as you're going along, or you can block them all at the same time. It's totally up to you. But you want to make sure that it's to the right dimensions, and you want to be making 6 of these in total. So don't worry, you will get faster the more that you make it, and the more that you get used to the actual pattern itself and the technique. But yes, you want to make 6 of these in total, and then we'll move on to the second design of the squares.